Must be pleased to put pen to paper.
Yeah, very pleased, and obviously very committed to the football club. They've been great to me since day one, and now in a leadership position here at the footy club to lead as captain. I really look forward to what lies ahead, albeit the last couple of weeks have been very disappointing and an up and down season for us to date. But I'll reiterate what's been said already this year from the coaches and my fellow players, that we've got a very exciting young list, and our best football is certainly very good and excites me, and I want to be around in the next couple of years to see where we can go with it. I was never under any pressure or put any pressure on the football club. It was dealt with professionally by my manager and the football club, and they came to agreements, and basically I stayed out of the whole process, which was good. That's where our challenge lies for us, I think, as a playing group. We need to get that consistency of effort, and the way that we play is very physically demanding and mentally demanding, but in saying that, we've shown that we're able to sustain it for long periods of time, but not quite 4 quarters yet, which is going to be our challenge for the group moving forward. And it's a very good standard when we're up there playing at that level, and it's a good feeling for us out on the ground when we're playing at that standard. So there lies our challenge. We stick together now as a playing group, and we work hard to be able to sustain that for a full game.
Is there anything you can do apart to bridge the gap between of consistency? The only thing that can bring that about, is that just experience?
No, not at all. I think experience will be part of it. Guys, when they go through, I suppose, experiences like the weekend and against Collingwood, when we weren't able to sustain it for 4 quarters, it reiterates to us that we can't simply have those lapses, and we hope that the review that we do throughout the week and again this week will be learning tools for the players moving forward. Because a lot of guys wouldn't have been exposed to that onslaught that Collingwood had in the last quarter against us, which was, I dare say some of the young guys would have been quite shell-shocked by it, but it's a learning experience for them, and we reviewed it strongly last week, and are continuing to develop ways that we can stop that from happening in the future.
As captain of this footy club, is this by far the toughest period of your career?
It's a very challenging time for us, the football club, but I think it's more important than ever now that we stick together as players and as coaches, that we get behind what we know works, and that we make sure we stick true to our game plan and us moving forward. I mean, it's never going to be an easy season. I don't think we ever thought that from day one. It was going to be straight, smooth sailing for us, but now lies a challenge for us, and it's going to be up to individual players to take it upon themselves, and us as a group to, I suppose, put a mark in the sand and say it's time to really put forward some strong performances here moving on.
Neil Craig's obviously copped a lot of criticism. Do you feel pressure as captain to lead the side out of this slump?
There's a great challenge that does lie ahead for us as a playing group, and us as a leadership group as well, to help guide the players and the rest of our teammates out of the situation we find ourselves in at the moment, where we've had a couple of disappointing efforts the last week and the last quarter of Collingwood. But in saying that, we're not talking to a group that hasn't seen the level that we expect, and they know what is demanded of them. So we all know the feeling against Collingwood and I suppose Hawthorn earlier in the year, and another number of other games throughout the year where we've played at real high intensity, and how powerful that football is. So the group knows what it looks like and knows what it takes. We just got to make sure that we are able to get that on a consistent basis, which has been our challenge, and it will continue to be until we can get that.
Does it bother you, that people in the state think, that you're one of the quiet captains?
Oh, to be honest, doesn't bother me at all. The opinions that count most to me here at the football club are those of my teammates, of the admin staff and the coaching staff, and obviously people close to me that understand me and how I work and what I do around here at the football club, and that's the opinions that count to me most. And I understand there's going to be other opinions out there, and they're entitled to them.
You touched on it being an exciting list, BB. You think at the end of the year you need to add to it with some more experience via trade week, perhaps?
Oh, look, I'm not even looking that far ahead at the moment, to be honest. We're not even halfway through the season yet. We've got a lot of football yet to be played this year, and as you pointed out yourself, it's a very exciting list, and I firmly believe that. I know the rest of the playing group do too, and it's a matter of us now at the moment, the situation that we're in, that we stick together and we look for that consistent competitiveness, and that'll get us back to where we want to go, and then we can make fair assessments of where we're at further down the track.
Belief in the guys that are already here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Turn it around long term.
Yeah, it's tough for young players when teams do get a run on, and I guess they look to older, more senior players that have been around for a period of time to lead the way for them, and that's I think that's a fair ask of them. So, but the onus does lie on us as senior and experienced players to lead the way for those younger guys and help drag them along in times when we need them. We always say, and I think I hear it time and time again, that we've got high expectations here at the footy club, and the reason that we have those high expectations, not only because we believe that we can attain them now or in the near future, is that because when we get to where we want to go and we want to be a force in the competition, that high expectations are going to be wherever you go. They're going to follow you, whether you're playing here at home, whether you're playing away. When you're good enough to play finals footy, you're going to have high expectations on you there. So we've got to learn to deal with them as best we can, and the more we can expose the whole group to those high expectations that we've got now and that we'll stick with for from here on in, that the younger players can get exposed to and learn how to best cope with them.
Neil Craig's copping a lot of flack. Do you think it's unfair?
Craigie is more committed than ever at the moment at the football club, as the rest of the coaching staff and us as players, and I think that's what's needed at the moment. We obviously not playing the sort of football and being consistently competitive that we want, so it's a matter of us staying together and being united and making sure that we do everything that we can to get ourselves out there, and everyone's got full commitment at the moment, which is what we need.
Would you like to see him coaching next year?
Absolutely.